Wide receiver, KJ Hamler, Penn State, projected to be drafted in rounds 2 through 4. He's a Berg away from being a beloved McDonald's character and a T away from being murdered by Shakespeare. That's what we're doing here today, football lovers. Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. I can't believe I've lasted long enough to be doing the 4th annual Best Named Players in the Draft Perna. To think it all started the year Jake Butt and Taco Charlton entered the draft. He's also lucky his mom didn't hyphenate her maiden name with his father's. With a last name like Plug, that could have been terrible. Jake Buttplug. Today, I'm going to give you close to 20 of the best named players heading into the NFL draft this year. Whew, that's good sports. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel for near daily football news updates. Today's episode is sponsored by Manscaped. You can use my new link, manscaped.com/goodsports. And we're all going a little bit crazy in self-isolation, which is why I currently think I'm this generation's Robert Frost and am doing my Manscaped ad in the form of bad poetry. Stay at home and scape your balls with no fear to scrape your balls. Nothing else to do in quarantine. Prepare your man eggs like Florentine. The Lawnmower 3.0 will safely leave your junk groomed and ready for show. Big, small, thick, tall, Manscaped.com can help you groom them all. Never nick your nuts with its ceramic blades. Make your testes smoother than the Everglades. Diamond textured grip so your trimming hand never slips. And it's waterproof so it's always drip. LED light so it's always lit. Drip, lit. Does that make me hip? No, but between the hips is where I got Manscaped tips. With proper pelvic hairstyling, your girl will walk away smiling. Off your body is where your pubes should be compiling. Disenthralling your junk with Manscaped products is balling. My discount link, manscaped.com/goodsports, is calling. All right, big shout out to Eric Olson for sending in some suggestions for this year's best names on Twitter. So show him some love at BroncosAF, or me some love if you haven't followed me on Twitter. Okay, the greatest list ever created starts at 18 with Rodrigo Blankenship, kicker, Georgia, projected draft spot somewhere between 4 and 6. Rodrigo Blankenship, genuinely a pseudonym that you use when you're checking into a motel with your mistress. I don't even think Rodrigo Blankenship is his real name. Pair the fake name with the absurd goggles, and I think Rodrigo is really just the reboot of Blankman.
Way of evil.
Look! I'm a crime fighter!
I have tweeted about Rodrigo once on January 1st, 2018, when I stated, Rodrigo Blankenship fucks. If he's the first kicker off the board like he's projected to be, please credit me for elite football evaluation. Coming in at 17, it's CeeDee Lamb, aka Shady Sheep, wide receiver, Oklahoma, projected 1st round. His brother, MP3 Lamb, and his future son, Spotify Lamb, will all be playing his music for decades after CeeDee Lamb of God is laid to rest. That joke was for all of my metalheads out there. Unlike that swine, KJ Hamler, CeeDee Lamb is a nutrient-rich meat that will keep a QB alive in the 4th quarter. Lamb is elusive, 26 forced missed tackles according to Pro Football Focus, which is 2nd best in the draft class. And as long as the Lions do not draft him, this is one Lamb that will not be led to the slaughter. Number 16, Willie Gay Jr, linebacker, Mississippi State. This clearly translates to homosexual penis in my father's name, which is also my favorite song to sing at church. Homosexual penis in my father's name, in my father's name. Now, Willie Gay Jr. had a very good combine performance and is rising up the draft boards. The Draft Network probably gave the best description, not just of him, but for any player coming out this year. pun intended. They said Willie Gay is one of those second-level enforcers that will stick his face in a fan and like it. That is an awesome description. Now, Gay was suspended for cheating on a chemistry test in college, but a big reason he's projected to go to the Raiders is because he broke the orbital bone of his quarterback Garrett Schrader the week of the Music City Bowl. And the Raider tie, Bill Romanowski, basically did the exact same thing to his teammate as a Raider, so I think this is a great fit. Willie Gay Jr., break QB's face in case of emergency. Number 15, Scoota Harris-Linebacker, Arkansas, projected 4th to 6th rounder. His full name, Dejon Raiheim Scoota Harris. How perfect is it that a guy named Scoota played linebacker for the Razorbacks? We know he loves to bring you down by the ankles, just like his Scooter brethren. The NFL gave him a draft grade of 5.47, which is also the average age most kids get their first Razor Scoota. Unless, of course, you're me. At age 5.47 was the day my father handed down the family razor so I could start shaving my back. Razorback. Number 14, Ross Blacklock, defensive tackle, TCU, projected rounds 2 to 3. All you have to do to appreciate how good Ross is say Blacklock 3 times fast. Blacklock, Blacklock, Blackcock. Yep, there it is. Blacklock is actually what we all got to see when Drew Lock was shown rapping to Put On the sidelines week 17. Now, Ross earned first team All Big 12 honors last season with 9 tackles for a loss and is ranked as a top 20 player by Daniel Jeremiah. Coming in at 13, Lloyd Cushenberry, center, LSU, projected rounds 3 through 4. Now, Cushenberry isn't just the sweetest strand of indica you can buy at the dispensary, it's the perfect name for an NFL center. In the world of sex, men who prefer bigger behinds will from time to time say, more cushion for the pushin', when referring to sexual acts from behind. In football, considering a quarterback sticks his hands right against another man's butt and berries to execute a snap, Cushenberry provides the most comfortable spot in football for one lucky quarterback in 2020. More cushion for the berries. Hut hut, hike. Number 12, speaking of hands, Harrison Hand, aka Harry Hand, aka Robin Williams, cornerback Temple. Harrison Hand gets an appendage in there and knocks the ball down. Hand is projected to be a day 3 pick, and it's been suggested that he may be switched to safety by an NFL team, which technically makes that Hand ambidextrous. His greatest strength, though, is his work ethic. He never expects a handout, was raised on hand-me-downs, and he can read a handoff pre-snap better than anyone else on the draft. The only critique I could find about him is he will sometimes bite the hand that feeds him. The NFL's lucky to have him, considering his first sport is handball. It is handball. Number 11, Nigel Warrior, safety, Tennessee, projected, undrafted. Now, I really hope his friends asked him to come out and play growing up.
Warriors, come out to play.
Nigel Warrior could be the best undrafted player ever. Just having the last name Warrior on your jersey makes you a savage. Warrior is much better than his father's last name, Carter. But even that holds power, as he is the son of former NFL safety Dale Carter. Dale Carter may have been the Broncos' second worst free agent acquisition in team history, but before that, he was a great corner for the Kansas City Chiefs. Then we will do 10 through 5 in my lightning round of one-liners for the best named guys. Joey Magnifico, tight end, Memphis. Joey Magnifico is not a street magician, he's a street illusionist. But he is magic on the football field, and that's why he's projected to go undrafted. Can't draft him if you can't see him. Best spot, Las Vegas Raiders. Yetur Gross-Matos, defensive end, Penn State. Impossible first-round selection. Gross-Matos sounds like a concept I slept through in Econ 100. That's the G-rated translation. Since Matos is slang for junk and genitalia, it's fair to say this is the most profane name to enter the draft since Dick Disgusting. Next, it's Lamar Jackson, cornerback, Nebraska, projected rounds 4 through 6. Bill Polian has already suggested that he too switch to wide receiver. Chase Claypool, wide receiver, Notre Dame, first or second round pick. He's either the bassist for Primus, or this is how the Romans built their swimming pools, I think. Someone go to Caesar's Palace in Vegas and confirm for me. I think Joey Magnifico can show you around. Then we've got Prince, Tega, Wanogho, left tackle, Auburn, first or second round selection. Prince Tega Wanogho, of course, is the story of the British royal family. Prince wanna go to Canada, Princess wanna go with him. If Prince were still alive, I would want to go to that concert. And number 5, we've got Nasir Player, defensive end, East Tennessee State, 6th round projection. Basically, his parents forgot to give him a last name in the create a player menu in the Madden maternity ward. At least they paid more attention to Nasir than his brother. First name, Player. Having the last name, Player, is quite possibly the best thing that has happened to football announcing since Tony Romo. What a sack by Player! Player comes through again. It will always sound like Dan Fouts just forgot the guy's name when talking about him. Same way he forgets Iron Eagle is not actually a bird. Number 4, we've got Michael Divinity Jr, linebacker, LSU. Now the religious theme here is a bit redundant. Almost like if I named my son Jesus Perna. That's just 3 different ways of saying son of God. The linebacker from LSU is projected to be a mid to late round selection, which for me is enough proof God does not exist. If you name your kid Michael Divinity to appease your God, how do you explain him not being a first round pick? How do you explain that? Coming in at number 3, prestigiously, DeeJay Dallas, running back, Miami Hurricanes. DeeJay Dallas, the 4th member of Run DMC we all forgot about. Now, I really do hope the Eagles can draft him to fuck with the Cowboys, like when they took Dallas Goedert 1 pick ahead of Dallas. And like any good DJ, his spin move is elite. He's a stout 5'10" and 220 pounds coming out of the U. He played quarterback in high school, which makes him a very versatile DJ. He's just as comfortable at a wedding or bar mitzvah as he is at the club. If football does not work out for him, he has the perfect name to become a detective in Texas. DeeJay Dallas, Texas detective. And if he partners with Hurricanes teammate Evidence Njoku, I could see them putting away a lot of bad guys. Bad Guy, remixed by DeeJay Dallas. DeeJay Dallas. And at number 2, we've got Antonio Gandy-Golden, wide receiver, Liberty, projected rounds 3 through 4. This is the 2nd year in a row the Liberty Flames got a player on this list. Gandy-Golden is an elite level name to have on your jersey, and he's a damn fine receiver too. How could you not be damn good when you attend the college started by Jerry Falwell, whose number 1 area of expertise is hellfire and eternal damnation? He's a 6'4" receiver who produced back-to-back 1,000-yard and 10-touchdown seasons. Assuming he goes to a team who has a coach who can unbrainwash him so he doesn't think hating the Willie Gays of the world is normal, he could succeed. Plus, his touchdown celebrations already have a sweet name. The Golden Gandy Dancer. And here we are at number 1. Drum roll, please. I said fucking drum roll, please. There we go. Number 1, Calvin Throckmorton, tackle/guard, Oregon, projected rounds 3 through 5. Throckmorton sounds like an Arnold Schwarzenegger character from the 90s or possibly a UFC heavyweight. Now, this just naturally sounds like a mildly badass last name at first, but I did my research. That's why you come here. Throckmorton is also a town in Texas, population 76,483, but the real gem is it's a slang medical term or joke used in the field of radiology for when a penis is visible on an x-ray of the pelvis and the penis lays sideways pointing towards the fracture. Positive Throckmorton in the medical community. There are 7 definitions for Throckmorton on Urban Dictionary. Number 4 being used to describe the curvature of your penis. Throckmorton. Throckmorton might already be a Hall of Fame name. Throckmorton is incredibly versatile, as he started every position on the offensive line at Oregon except for left guard. And as you would expect for a guy who has been throcking his whole life, he plays with a bit of stiffness in his knees and hips. He's also called Doc Throck by his teammates because he's a second-team academic All-American. Doc Throck, the last proctologist I'd make an appointment with, but the first radiologist I'd let x-ray my pelvis. If he's really good, Morton Salt can sponsor him. Throckmorton Salt. It's literally penis salt. Throckmorton, you are a badass. Thanks for watching the NFL Draft Names episode. Holy shit. Can't believe we are still doing this and that you still watch them. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, @BrandonPerna if you want to follow me there. Big shout out to @Guillermo Yaves for helping me write this bad boy. In my father's name.